You're now tuned in to the #1 podcast. I give you new wave shop talk, shop talk, shop talk. New wave shop talk, new wave, new wave. Got something on your mind? Let's talk about it. Shop talk, shop talk. Leave a comment, we'll talk about it. New wave, new wave.
Real talk about these white women, you know what I'm saying, and these rappers taking up all the good acting jobs. All these them acting gigs. So all y'all directors, holla at your boy.
You're now tuned in to the #1 podcast.
This motherfucker started. You know what I'm saying? Welcome, man. This is New Wave Shop Talk. This is episode 151. You know what I'm saying? I am the host, Dina Boy Juice. And to my right, we got
Swaggy D is here. What's going on, people? How y'all doing tonight?
the missing Swaggy D, missing in action and shit.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
I haven't really been doing the show.
He done made a return with the gold chain, gold watch. Gold all in my check. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
For sure. Man, we got a special guest today. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to let her introduce herself. That's how we do it.
Okay. Hi, guys. Thank you for having me. My name is Osiris, also known as Barber Boss Lady on Instagram. Basically, I'm just here to see what you guys have going on.
Oh, man. Actually, we here to see what you got going on. You know what I'm saying?
I'm back at you guys.
Shoot, man. So, yeah, Swaggy D, you know what I'm saying? He brought her on the show. You got some questions for her? I got some questions for her, but you know what I'm saying? Being that it's your guest, you know, what do you want to know about Osiris?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, you know, I saw she do the man units. You know, that's something I definitely want to get to put in my repertoire. You know, learn how to do, since I'm a master barber. You know,
She get into that bag.
You know, exactly. I want to know how she get to that bag. You know what I mean? Do them some of them classes.
Yeah,
you know?
That's the way to get to the bag. It's just education and keep learning and just taking the classes. Yeah, that's the way to get to it. Just not stopping.
Not stopping.
Yeah,
Huh?
not
Keep learning.
stopping. Yep.
Keep learning more.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
She came up here looking like a Kardashian. You know what I'm saying? $1,000 pumps on. You know what I mean? But that's everyday life. You know.
I think she more look like Vanessa Bryant.
Vanessa
Oh
Bryant,
my God,
huh?
I used to get that all the time.
Yeah.
All
Definitely.
the time. I used to get that all the time. Yeah.
You got $1 billion on you.
I wish.
Can I be your Kobe?
Oh man. Sound like I'm on a dating game. Oh man, no, it's so good to have you though, because the guys have been talking about it ever since you did the class
that's awesome.
over there. Yeah, and you did the guy. It was another guy. I don't even want to say his name, but you know, you did him. And then when I walked in, I knew it. They was like, "Man, what's different?" I was like, "He got a fade." You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I think it looked real good on him, but I think he was like kind of self-conscious.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and that's I think because that wasn't his expectation. You know, he's been bald for so long and he just did it for the class.
Right.
But I feel like when you get a man unit for the first time, it's like you like it, but you're self-conscious about what other people are going to say about it,
Right.
you know? So I feel like that's kind of where you go in the beginning. But then some of my guys, they love it so much. They just keep going and then it just becomes a part of their image, you know? But in the beginning, yes, I can see that. He was a little
Definitely.
self-conscious about that.
Because the jokes were, what you gonna tell the people that saw you yesterday?
Right.
You know
And
what I'm saying?
that was part of my class. I don't know if you caught that, but a part of my class was like, all right, guys, let's when you see somebody that was bald yesterday and you see him with hair today, like, let's just stop the clowning and let's just let's give him some some compliments of, you know, because he spent his money, he spent his time, he took his time to get this service done. So you know, jokes aside, like let's not make our fellow brothers feel like what they did was a mistake, you know.
And what I like what you said in the show, because I was over there watching your class and you told them, look, women do this all the time, you know. So don't make fun of this guy because he's doing this, because women do this all the time. You know, they get their hair done, they get their eyelashes, they get, you know, different
The
things
nails.
done. They get nails done. So
Yeah.
don't make fun of guys when we do something like that.
Exactly, because everybody should have the choice and opportunity to look their best.
Right.
You know?
Exactly.
And men should be in that category too, because you guys are also human beings, and you guys also want to keep your style, want to keep your swag, want to keep, you know, that feeling going just as much as we do as women, you know? So we shouldn't be the only species on earth to be able to do that.
Absolutely.
Definitely. After, I'm not going to call it like embarrassment, but it's like the timidness of having the new look, you know. After that, after they get past that stage, because, you know, whatever you do new, you go through different stages. Right. You know what I'm saying? So after you get that confidence comes. Right. Especially when you look in the mirror like, oh, man. Then you put your outfit on like, oh, I'm about to kill him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I got my hairline back from when I was 18.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And you were saying stop the jokes and the clowning, but we're in a barbershop.
And
right?
that's what I said. I know we're in a barbershop setting, and I
it's
get
like
that.
Everybody is going to clown.
Right.
But once you get past the clowning, that's where you start to get your confidence, you know, because like we talk about swag, they talk about me, everybody in here gets talked about, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, if you can get that thick skin out the barbershop, it don't matter what nobody else say.
Right.
Because 9 times out of 10, you don't know nobody else.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
My question, right? Not my only question, but since we're talking about this, my question is like, okay, you meet a nice young lady. You got the man unit on. You know what I'm saying? Are you supposed to tell her, or, you know, she get the rubbing your head?
I don't think you should tell her in the beginning. I think you should feel her out as much as she's gonna feel you out, because you don't know what she got going on either.
Right, for sure.
You know, you don't know if she bald headed underneath that weave.
Definitely.
You know,
definitely.
And you're gonna get past that. I think it's once you start the dating process with somebody, I don't think that should be something you bring up. I think you should let your personality shine as her personality should shine, and get to know each other as people, and then you get to a comfortable state where, like, you know, this is a service I get. You know, when you get to know her, you're gonna see her in her bad days. You're gonna see the days that she can't get into the salon. You know, definitely. So I feel like no, you shouldn't. That shouldn't be something you say in the beginning. No.
Okay, for sure. I like to see women on their bad days, because if I can like you on your bad days, then I'm gonna super love you
on your best days.
On your best days.
Right,
but,
right. And
know,
that's what we women should feel about men too.
Yeah.
We should love you guys on your worst days and love you better on your best days.
Yeah,
you know?
definitely.
Like, so I honestly don't, and the one thing I really hate about social media is that when I post my before and afters, the first people to comment something negative is women.
Yeah.
Oh, these men out here catfishing us. These men out here doing, and I'm like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
Like,
you can say it on this show, bitch. You got on a 32-inch weave. Right,
and we know
you know
that
saying?
thing's hanging by a thread.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
That thing, there's a mesh down there. There's no hair hanging on that.
Matter of fact, you got your cousin wig on.
Right. I don't know how you would look without those lashes and those nails, you know?
Man,
like,
exactly.
you don't know, you know? And all these women out here going and getting surgeries. Like, these are factories out here now, you know? We don't know what's, you know? But we accept that.
Yeah.
And we make that a part of our culture now, right?
Yeah.
Now we understand that that's just something that normally happens. Women might not be rocking their normal bodies or their natural bodies. And you know what? You guys come to the conclusion that, you know what, that's just what women do, and that's just how we're going to accept them.
Yeah, yeah.
So
times have changed.
Times have changed. So me doing this podcast and me doing classes, I do like to include that in there, because I want to make this mainstream. I want to make this normal. I want to make this something that that a man can go into any barbershop and ask for the service, because it's that normal.
Right, definitely.
You know, because
definitely.
men should feel just as good as we do.
Yeah,
you know,
for sure.
That's right.
Yeah, like I put on a face of makeup right before I got here. I looked at myself. I felt myself. Okay, good. I look good. Let's go.
Right.
You know, now I can go and do my thing.
Right.
You know, as should a man be able to do. You know?
Definitely.
Yeah.
So, with the man unit, and you just like I'm saying, we freestyling this show, and it's good that we doing that because it brings up, you know, different things, right? So, men starting the man unit, right? Do you think that's gonna start men to be like, all right, I got a couple of blemishes right here. Let me put a little foundation on.
Well, you know what? In film, on
In
TV,
film, for sure, 'cause
right,
you
on
shiny.
TV, right, on
Yeah.
TV, you're doing it anyways. And
Yeah.
these women are Google goggling over these guys anyways. You know, they're over here drooling over these guys that are wearing a full face of makeup anyways.
Yeah,
you know?
definitely.
So this is because I was on another interview and they asked me like, what do you feel about men who paint their toenails or they use polish? Listen, to me, because I'm in the beauty industry, I've been in the beauty industry my entire life. Like
Right.
I was born in a salon. You know, my uncle, he's the one that taught me how to cut hair. I was in a salon since I was like a baby. So this is my whole life. Being in a salon, being in a barbershop setting has been my whole life. So for me, it's so normal, because I used to go with him and do red carpet events and do stuff like that. And I used to see men get makeup done,
Yeah,
you know?
definitely.
And I used to see that, makeup artists for
He
men.
got makeup done before.
There's
I
like-
did too.
There's a makeup line.
Yeah,
there's
I do background acting.
Yeah.
So
Right.
I
And
was
you
on
do,
the.
right?
I never said this on the show before, but I was on the Love Connection.
Where-
Yeah, I was on the Love
Wow,
Connection
okay.
with Chuck Willery.
Okay.
Way back in the days, and they came and put the makeup on me and stuff like that, powdered my face and all of that. And after I watched the show, I was like, "Damn, I look better."
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
that's why I asked you, like, since you want man units to be the normal, like people, they want to look their best no matter where they going.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
do you think it's gonna come to that? Men is already painting their
I
nails
think
and stuff
so.
like
I
that.
think it will come to
You
that.
think
I
so?
think it's becoming more normalized. I just saw a video the other day. This young man was putting makeup at a train station and he wanted to see people's reactions. And there was people that were just kind of like side-eyeing him. There's people that were like, yeah, giving him his props. I do think it's going to become normal. It's gonna, because everything that's on film is becoming, like regular life.
Yeah,
You know,
trickle down.
It
Yeah,
trickles
for
down.
sure.
People want to look the way people look on film. And the only way
Yeah.
to get that is to do the tricks that they do on film. You can't look like that on regular life.
No, definitely.
You can't. You just can't.
no, you can't.
But my feeling, towards that is that I feel like if it doesn't take away from you being a man and takes away from you, taking care of your responsibilities as a man, I don't think that should define you or undefine you as a man.
Yeah.
As long as, you're okay with it and you're confident and that's who you are and,
Right. Exactly.
and your girl is okay with that,
Yeah.
Yeah,
You brought up something earlier, and I want to swing to that. You were talking about, like, you want to make this the norm and people wearing makeup and stuff like that with the nail polish. But this society, when you were saying, like, the first comments be negative,
Yeah.
right? So, like, no matter what you do as a man, it's always going to be comments like, oh, man, that's gay. Oh, man, that's this and that. Like, no. My girl like it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I like it.
Yeah.
I'm with her. I'm not with him.
Exactly.
You know what I'm
exactly,
saying?
Exactly.
Like,
and then that's when you said about the thick skin. You
Yeah.
gotta have thick skin.
Yeah, definitely.
So outside of the barbershop, inside of the barbershop, online, if somebody's gonna comment something, then you should have that thick skin.
Yeah,
Just as much as
definitely.
you want to clown your fellow brother for having a unit, and if you want to do something online and people want to point it out, then you gotta have that same thick skin.
Yeah, because I was telling the guy that you did, and I'm not going to say his name again, but I was telling him, like, shit, if I couldn't grow hair, I'd definitely get one.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I would too.
I didn't think I was that vain, but shit, man, please.
Men are vain.
It's like that, and it only costs what? Yeah, I'm doing that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to be rocking it. And we're talking off camera about the most important part is the home maintenance. Can you
Yeah.
talk a little bit about the home
So
maintenance?
home maintenance is the most important part for me because that's what defines that's what makes your unit look best is when you go home and you spray your got-to-be and you put your do-rag on and you make sure that every morning you're doing your little your maintenance on it and at night, because I can do the best work that I possibly can when you're in my chair, but when you go home and if you're out, just in bed, just like riding around and just just not taking care of it, then my work is no good.
Kind of like when I get my dreads retwisted and I forget to put the do-rag on and I wake up
Right.
and it's frizzy.
Right.
So,
exactly.
on that, you might
Yes.
wake up and a piece is gone.
And the piece is gone.
Yeah,
exactly.
you feel me?
So,
And now I
yes,
got to call you back.
Exactly. and then now you want to make it my fault. But it was not my
Yeah,
fault because
yeah.
you didn't do what you were supposed to do at home.
Definitely.
So home maintenance is like super important. And I get and all my clients are super trained and I have some of the best clients, I'm going to tell you. They come back and I'm like, damn, that looks still really good.
Yeah.
I don't have to charge you full price. All you just gotta do is just patch it up and just
Yeah,
on your way.
definitely.
So you also save money by not making me work hard.
Yeah,
because
for
all I gotta do
sure.
is just do a little touch up.
So, excuse me. Say I want to go get a man unit,
Okay.
right? can you tell me, like, not really the process, but the time that it takes? How much time do I got to take out of my day to go and get a man unit?
2 hours.
2 hours?
2 hours.
That's it?
3 hours max.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That's not too bad.
No, that's not too bad.
You know?
Because I do shampoo, condition you.
Mm-hmm.
I give you a haircut. I install the unit. I cut it down. I mold it. I give you a super crisp lineup, and then I send you home.
Okay, for
Yeah.
sure.
Okay.
You
3
know,
hours?
we were talking. Go ahead. My bad.
No. Go ahead. I was just saying, just 3 hours. That's good.
Yeah, it's not too bad.
It's not too bad at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. That's not bad at all. Because, like you were saying earlier, like you grew up and you started doing hair at a young age because you was following your uncle around. Like me, everybody is surprised that I don't cut hair or I don't do hair.
Oh, you don't?
No, I don't.
I thought you did.
No, I
Okay.
don't.
Okay.
Mm-mm. My mom, she did hair ever since I can remember. My brother, he got into the industry. That's how I met him,
Okay.
because he was doing hair at the shop where my mom and my brother worked at. You know what I'm saying? We didn't really know each other then, but I met him then. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, me, I can cut hair, but that's not what I chose to do.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So as far as like when you grow up in the industry like you, and you started, I don't know, you didn't tell me how you started, but I can just imagine maybe
I was
doing
14.
hair on dials. You know what I'm
I
saying?
was 14 when I started doing hair. Yeah.
You know, hey, come over here, Katrina.
Yeah.
Let me mess with your hair.
Oh, my brothers.
Your brothers.
Mess my brothers up.
So you started with fades.
Yeah.
You started with
I
fades.
started actually doing women's hair because my uncle was a hairstylist, and he was a barber stylist, but he did mainly women. And I was taught to do color, how to do extensions. He paid for all my classes, color class, extension class. I did that, and then he was like, "Okay, now we're gonna train you to be a barber."
Right.
Oh my God, that was like so scary for me. I was like, I don't know how to do that. He's like, you're gonna be all for the rest of the month. You're gonna do all the kids that come in here.
Right.
That they're barbering, right? And then he was just like, no, that's what you're gonna do. That's who you are. You're a barber.
He had his own shop.
Yeah, in San Fernando for 30 years.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he worked there for 30 years, and he told me, you're a barber. And I was like, really? I was like, I don't think I'm. He's like, you're a barber, baby. He's like, that's just that's what you're gonna stick with, and that's why I've been doing that for the last 20 years.
Man.
Yeah,
Whew.
yeah,
That's
Good.
yeah.
that's amazing, because like people say like your role models are supposed to be like your parents, right?
Oh, he was my role model.
Yeah, exactly.
He's my hero.
You know, as a child, you pick who your role model is. Like, I want to be like that person.
He was.
I
my
want to
role model.
do this. You know what I'm
followed him around
saying?
everywhere. I wanted
Yeah.
to be like, he was the most flamboyant gay man in the world.
Uh-huh.
Always dressed. Always,
Right.
You know, he would wear makeup and do his hair. He was very manly but very flamboyant at the same time. And he taught me, always look good, always do your makeup, always do your hair, no matter where you are, where you go, because you never know who you're gonna run into.
Right.
First impressions are everything.
Definitely,
Yeah.
definitely. And, you know, I do like a lot of delivery services and stuff like that. But me, I dress up every day. Like, every day, no matter what. I have a clothing company.
Oh.
And I wear my brand every single day.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Because like you just said, you never know who you're going to meet while you're out there.
Right.
And I get a lot of sales just walking. Oh, man, where you get that shirt from, man? I made this.
Because you're your own advertiser.
Yeah,
You're your own
definitely.
marketing. you know?
Definitely.
I'm my own advertiser. I'm my own marketing.
Right.
I look good. People are gonna trust me to make them look good.
Yeah, for sure.
You know?
Yeah.
You can't look a mess. It's
Nah.
not gonna work. Not, especially not in this industry. It's not gonna work out.
Definitely, man. That's a big up right there. So if you trying to sell something, do something or whatnot, man, always look your best and always be you, no
Yes.
matter where you go. Don't go in a room as somebody else, because if you go in a room as somebody else, people going to expect you to be that person when they see you again. No, be yourself, and you're going to always be yourself.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Hence, getting a man unit. That makes you feel good.
Yeah, man. Listen, man. Women getting BBLs, like she said. Women weaves and all this. What the men gonna do?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because as a man, we're gonna talk about single men. As a single person, you're competing with other single people, and you know, say it's what is it like 10 women to every man?
I guess. Is that the
Yep.
statistic?
It's something like that.
That's what it is. Yeah,
It's something
10
like that, right?
10
to
to 1.
every quote unquote good man, right? So
Okay.
now you competing with 10 other people to get this one, or am I tripping? Am I tripping? But you competing with other people, so you got to be your best individual to step to this woman to be like, hey, what's your name? You know what I'm saying? And she be like, ah, man, I ain't fucking with you. You know what I'm saying? Your hairline is way back here. You know what I'm saying? So, if it takes you to get a man unit to get that confidence, because the man's best attribute is his confidence.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You can look like Manute Blow and have the highest confidence and get one of the best looking girls.
Yeah.
So it's all about your confidence. And if that takes the man unit, you know what I'm saying? Man, you was talking about Vegas. What's up in Vegas?
That's where I work. That's my bread and butter.
That's your bread and butter?
That's my bread and butter.
That's
yes.
the money?
That's the money. That's the money bag.
Man.
I go there every 2 weeks. I'm there, like clockwork.
So where are you going when you go out there?
I have my own studio in Henderson.
Okay.
Yeah, I have my own studio in Henderson, very private studio, because a lot of my clients do like the privacy. They expect the privacy. I do have a couple celebrity clients that I can't, that I can't just do in front of other people.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that's
Sure.
understandable.
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay.
Not asking your age or nothing like that, but do you remember, I think it was Maury
I'm
or
37.
or Jenny, not, what was her
You're
name?
still young.
Jenny what? No,
Jenny,
no.
Jenny Jones.
No, not Jenny Jones. What's that? Ricky Lake.
Ricky Lake.
So
yes,
do
I know.
y'all remember the
Yes, I
lady
know.
Mother Love?
No.
You remember Mother Love on Ricky Lake show?
No, I don't
No?
know.
Okay, for sure. Well, my mom used to do her hair.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
See?
'cause like I was telling you, my mom's a beautician. So she used to do her hair, right? And we'll sit there and watch her on TV, and she'd be like, man, you know what I'm saying? Fuck this bitch. She'd be cussing her out because she did her hair in the morning and had her leaving looking like she was just a prima donna. But then when they get to the studio, the people tease the hair. Because, back in the days, they wanted the big hair.
yeah.
Even though you got your hair done, they wanted to do it. So as far as your celebrity clients, when they leave and you see them doing whatever it is they do they change anything?
No.
They leave it the same?
They leave it the same.
Okay,
Yes.
for
Yeah,
sure,
they
for
don't
sure.
Play with it. They don't
Because
let
that was a
nobody
big
play with
thing.
it.
Yeah, that was a big thing. Like,
Yeah.
my mom used to hate that. Like, they done teased her hair. Now she looking like Peggy Bundy.
Right,
you know what I'm
right,
saying? Her
right,
shit way up here.
right.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, she used
No,
to
they
be right
don't.
here in
They don't mess with
Pasadena.
it. Yeah, no, they don't mess with
Well,
it.
when
Yeah.
they go on, when you go on these sets, they have hair, they have makeup,
Right.
and they want you to go in there and get your hair, makeup. When I go do background work, they want me to. I'm like, no, I cut my own hair. I don't need you cutting my hair. You know what I mean? I
Okay.
say you can put a little makeup on me, but when it comes to my hair, I'll do my own hair. I don't need y'all cutting my hair.
I do got a question for you because when I did Chuck Woolery, I barely had facial hair, right? So when they did my little makeup and all of that, I still had my little, I think I only had like a mustache, maybe like some little dribble on the chin, you know what I'm saying? So
Okay.
when they do your makeup, bro, do they like draw in your goatee darker?
No, they don't do that.
They go around?
They just put on like some foundation or some. So they go around everything. They
Oh,
go around
okay.
They don't mess with the mustache and none of that.
Oh, okay. So speaking of your acting career, where are you with your SAG credits?
I need one more voucher to become SAG eligible. You
Yeah.
have to have 3 vouchers to join SAG. So I got 2. I need 1 more.
Okay. And
cool.
what you
Yeah.
call it? Just dropped the new season.
Bel Air?
No, Bel Air just dropped a new season.
Bel Air just dropped a new season. I was on that and All American. Yeah,
They dropped a new season, right?
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Okay. Yeah, man. Swaggy. So since we started this show, Swaggy, I remember the first episode like it was yesterday. He was like, "Yeah, I'm an actor," but he wasn't going on no auditions. He wasn't doing nothing.
Hey, you
but
put it out there though.
full circle,
Yeah,
you know what I'm
put it out there.
saying? He's one SAG credit away.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying? So, we got to give big up to Swaggy for,
right.
you know what I'm saying? Taking
right.
the time out.
Believing in
You know what I'm
himself.
saying?
Appreciate
Believe
it.
in
Yeah,
himself.
definitely.
Got to.
You know what I'm
Believe in
saying?
myself because nobody
Right.
else will.
Nobody else is going to do
Yeah,
it.
for
Nope.
sure. Now, being back and forth from Cali to Vegas, like, What is your, I don't want to say like romantic life, but like friendships? Like, do you have friends that you be like, oh, when I come out in 2 weeks, we lit? Or when you come out here is lit? Like, what are your friends
honestly,
like?
Honestly, I don't really do much of any lit because I have 3 kids.
Uh-huh.
So I really just go there, I work, and I just come home.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm a full-time mom,
Uh-huh.
3 children, so there's no time for being lit. But this weekend coming up, though, we're having the LV Barber Expo, and I'm going to be showcasing for a barber brand. We're doing the pre-party, so I'm going to be showing up to that.
Uh-huh.
And we're going to, so it's gonna be a little lit this weekend for me.
So most of your quote unquote lit events are events that you're doing to
Yes,
promote
networking events,
Yeah.
barbering events. It's what all I do.
Okay, for
Yeah,
sure.
Nothing outside of that.
Because I always believe in, like, we always got to take some time for ourselves to have fun. Whether we hustling 20 hours a day and only getting 4 hours of sleep, maybe one time a week we're going to take 2 hours out for ourselves. Do you take time for yourself to do, like, things that you like to do?
Yeah, I do.
Besides sitting there and putting your makeup on, I'm talking about, like, maybe read a book, you know what I mean? Things like that.
Yeah, I guess so. I'm very big. I'm very vain. I'm a very vain person, and I do admit that. You know, so for me to go get my nails done, my hair done, my pedicure, that's time for me. So I take one day out of the month where I go get all my stuff done.
Oh, so pampering yourself.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
I get my facials done. I go get my hair done, blow dry, condition. I just do all that.
Yeah.
I go to the gym 3 times a week.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Man, for sure. Let me see.
Okay.
No, I'm just playing. Yeah, because, I mean, you don't look like you have 3 kids.
Oh, thank you.
And
I
that's
do,
that's a good thing.
Thank
That's
you.
that's a great thing. How old are your kids?
My daughter's to be 12 next weekend. My 9-year-old, and then I have a 4-year-old turning 5 in September.
Oh, nice. Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. 3 kids, man.
Yeah.
Yep.
I got a couple. My kids are grown,
How many
though.
kids?
Have I said this on the show?
Is that off limits?
I got no, it's not off limits.
Okay.
No, I only got a couple. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? I got 2 kids, you know what I'm saying? And I got another kid that, you know what I'm saying, outside, you know what I mean? But she don't mess with me. You know what I'm saying? She don't mess with me. And I'm like, I ain't gonna say the best dad, but I think I'm an awesome dad to the 2 kids that, you know what I'm saying, mess with me, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And, my other daughter her mom is on some, he ain't with
Got it.
me.
Got
You
it,
know what
got
I'm
it.
saying?
I get it. Yeah,
But
I get
to
it.
my 2 kids that,
That you are able to be a
what?
good dad for.
I'm awesome.
That's great.
You know what I'm saying? Anything they need, you know what I'm saying? Advice, you know what I'm saying? Maybe they need a little push or a little money or, advice, you know what I'm saying? I'm always there. You know what I'm saying? One kid stays with me, and then my other daughter, she lives in Adelanto, far away.
Adelanto, yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And, I'm a granddad too.
Oh,
You know what I'm
okay.
saying?
How old is your
Yeah.
grandbaby?
5 and 2.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying?
congratulations.
Yeah. Thank you. So,
awesome.
Oh yeah.
it be like that. You know what I'm saying? So,
You are a good dad. I give it up to you.
and I appreciate it, man.
You are a good father.
Sometimes you got to elbow these kids. You know what I'm saying?
Right. So, what saying that we have kids and stuff like that, especially being a woman, there's not much time.
Yeah.
Because I do all the pickups and drop-offs
Mm-hmm.
and sports, and I don't work during the week. I only work on the weekends.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So my only time is for my kids.
Right.
Yeah. So for me to be a present mom is really important.
Put the mic a little closer.
Oh, it's very important for me to be a very present mom, because I used to own 2 barber shops in Santa Cruz, and I owned the first shop for 10 years, and then I opened my second shop in 2019, and then COVID took me out. COVID took me out, and I ended up closing my shops down. But for those 10 years, I had my daughter, and my mom was raising them,
Right.
because I was very focused and very, I wanted to be the best shop. I wanted my shop to be, recognized and known. And I was very, very focused on that. Then when I lost my shops, it felt like, oh,
What am I gonna
snap.
do now?
Nobody really cares.
Yeah.
I'm gone now. Nobody worried about me,
Mm-hmm.
and I
Were
had
you
my
disappointed when
very
you lost the
disappointed.
shop?
I was very disappointed. I was very disappointed in, a lot of people that I felt like
Should have
I
been
helped,
loyal.
and I should have been loyal. Should have stood up a little, taller for me, I felt like they kind of let me down. And so I feel like I've graduated from being a shop owner now to be my own owner. Like I run my own business, in Vegas, and I'm a hair unit artist, and I'm the only one in Vegas that does hair unit artists the way I'm doing them,
Right.
So I feel like I've graduated from being a barbershop owner, because being a barbershop owner is like a 24/7 hour job,
Definitely.
Yes,
You're the first one there and you're the last one there, and I've definitely gave a lot of my time to my shops, but when I lost them, and I was like, I feel like I didn't even know my babies.
Yeah.
Because my mom was always raising my kids. So then I decided that I wasn't going to work during the week. I was going to just focus on being a hair unit artist. And when you focus and you make a goal and you get it and you really, really, really work for it, it really happens, So I make all my money on the weekends. Every 2 weeks, I make all the money that I need. And on the weekdays, I wake up early with my kids. We go to school. I pick them up. We go to sports.
Yeah.
We do a lot of things during the week. And it makes me feel good to do that. So with this career change to becoming a hair unit artist and getting that bag, it's allowed me to be that for my children.
Man, that's dope.
Yeah.
Because it's nothing like being there to take your kids to school.
Right.
And then to be there to pick them up.
Right.
And then if they want to do, extracurricular activities, we're going to do this.
Yeah.
Oh, and you want to bake some cookies tonight?
Yeah, and we can
pop some popcorn.
and I cook, we cook every night, and we have home cooked meals, and
Right.
We all sit down and watch a movie together, and we fall asleep, and we do it all over again the next day.
That's
without
awesome.
rushing.
Yeah.
Not rushing my children because I got to go to work. Not rushing my children because I have a client in the morning. Not rushing my children because I have to go open up the shop.
Right.
Not dropping them off at daycare because I can't. I have to work. And
definitely.
that makes me feel really good being in this industry that you're able to create your own schedule if you do it correctly, and if you're if you are an entrepreneur that is responsible with their business, because that's where it comes down to.
Set schedule.
I have a set schedule. Yes, every 2 weeks I go to Vegas. Every 2 weeks I see my clients, and they know.
Okay.
Yeah.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
You got to prioritize.
Yeah, you gotta prioritize. My children definitely come before anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could learn something from her.
Yeah, right. I could definitely learn a lot from you. I definitely need to prioritize my ties.
It's a lot of people that can learn something from them. And what I got out of what you were saying is, like, when you put your career first, you put your family second.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
I didn't realize that until it was gone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. And I got a lot of different friends, and, they worried about, making this money. Oh, I got to do this. I got to do that. Me, I work a lot, but I take time for what I need to do.
Right.
Especially for the family. Like, if the family need me, I'm there. Forget work.
Yeah.
That money gonna come.
Yeah.
I might not make it today, but I'm gonna make it.
You'll make it.
You'll make it
tomorrow. You'll be fine.
Yeah.
You're gonna be fine.
Bruh gonna wait.
Yeah. No,
you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Yeah,
They will
definitely.
wait. If you do a good job, they will wait.
Yeah, for
You
sure.
don't got a choice.
So that was 2019. That it was 2020.
2020.
When COVID started.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? When did you start, like, the business that you have now in Vegas?
During pandemic. As soon as pandemic happened and I had to close my shops down, I decided to move to Vegas.
Okay.
Because I had friends in Vegas who were working every day.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Vegas never shut down. Like, Vegas was just, it's a 24-hour city, so they couldn't afford to shut down, you know? Like, they still had tourists there, and they would still, like, the shops here were closed, and people were going to Vegas to get haircuts, you know?
Yeah.
So, like, I have a friend out there that has a barbershop, Faded Times, it's called Faded Times Barbershop, Las Vegas. He used to own a shop here. Now he owns it there. He gave me a job. I said, hey, I don't know what to do. He's like, just come. There's a lot of work here. And I went, and it really was. What he said really was what it was. You know, there was just, like, people there are just always trying to look good. There's always a party. There's always an event. There's always a fine dining restaurant to go to. There's always something to do. So people are always trying to look good. You know, right. So the work there is, like, constant. You know, and then I started doing my hair units, and I started doing them. I started taking classes, like in Texas. I went to Virginia. I went all over the place. I went to New York. I went everywhere to take these classes.
So you were learning from different people to see how different styles look.
Yes,
okay.
I took as many classes as I possibly could to learn as many techniques as I possibly could, so that I can develop my own technique.
Yeah,
you cannot develop your own technique off of one class. It's not gonna happen. You know,
That makes
you're,
sense.
yeah, you're gonna take something different from everybody, and you're gonna make it your own. You know, so I took all the classes that I could, and I started doing it in Vegas. And as soon as I posted the first video, my instructor posted a video of me doing a hair unit, I got a bite. They're like, oh, you're in Vegas?
Right.
Oh man, when can I come see you? And I'm like, well, I don't do this, but yeah, let's go. You know? So I booked my first client in Vegas, and it just took off from there. Just,
Right.
You know, and he was a rapper. He's a rapper, and I'm so thankful he was my first client, and then he ended up going, you know, to like a trip, and he opened for an artist, and you know, like I was so happy to see my unit on stage. You know,
Definitely.
I wanted.
Oh,
It
man,
was like I
that
really
is
wanted
awesome.
to repost it, but you know, it's a client, privacy,
for
you know.
sure.
And that made me so proud, and I was like, I love this. This is what I love to do. You know, this is my thing. This is what I did for 20 years is to come here to do this. You know,
Everything. I'm not gonna say that was full circle, but that was taking you around everything to find your purpose.
to find my purpose.
So
yeah.
you know, we tell
to find
people.
my niche.
Yeah, we tell people like a lot of times find what you do or do what you love to do. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes you don't know what you love to do.
Right.
And it may take you around the block and back. And
Right.
then you be like, you know what? I like that more.
Yeah.
You know, my
Yeah.
question about what you just said is seeing the person on stage, and you know how you said, oh, I wanted to repost it and stuff like that. Like, do you think that that person loves you more for not posting it?
Yes, absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
Like, I know she saw me, but she didn't repost it.
No.
She just gave me my kudos
Yeah.
for doing what I was doing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you know that, what they call that, anonymity.
Yeah.
You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, yeah,
hey,
yeah.
we're not going to tell on you, bro.
Yeah, I do.
You know
I
what
do
I'm
have
saying?
two NDA contracts that I had to sign before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a non-disclosure agreement for
yes.
y'all. Dumb. No, I'm just playing, but yeah,
Yeah.
non-disclosure
Yeah.
agreement. You know what I'm saying? I got one with Swaggy. You know what I'm saying? He can't let people know that this is a man. No, I'm just playing.
It almost is though, right? There's some hair in there that's not yours.
No, all of this is
Oh,
mine.
okay.
all of this is mine. I grew this from the ground up.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
2015 September.
There you go.
know what I'm saying?
You're one of the lucky ones.
Sitting in my living room twisting like and it's funny, like I was talking to my kid's mama the other day. She was like, yeah, who started your hair? I did half of it, but I'm right-handed, so I did the whole right hand.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, how you think this looks? She was like, I do the other side. You know what I'm saying? And then she did the other side, so she want to credit herself for helping
For
me.
the other side.
Yeah.
That's my
I be
work
like,
too.
you know what I'm saying? You did half. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? We get now these niggas want to come through. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
These old niggas.
They
You know,
want to show up.
it's my boy Flawcee B. Come get in the camera, man, real quick, man. It's my boy Flawcee B birthday. You know what I'm saying? Flawcee
birthday.
B, man.
Happy
Happy
birthday.
birthday, bro. You know what I'm saying? You want to say anything, man?
I just want to thank everybody for the birthday shout outs and all the love. We've been going up for a couple of weeks, so I want to thank everybody for the support and the hospitality, you know what I'm saying? And we went up last night, or 2 nights ago, I should say. And we just, going to keep celebrating and embracing another, blessing with a year, you know what I'm saying? So spending it with my loved ones, and it's been awesome, man. I couldn't ask for anything more. I got a solid crew of niggas with me, so, I'm blessed, man. So happy birthday to me. Don't be stupid. And always treat yourself. Don't beat yourself, man.
I like that. Always treat yourself. I love that.
You know what I'm saying? And that's what we talking about on the man units. You know what I'm saying? Treat yourself. You know what I'm
That's right.
saying?
I need you to give him a man unit right there.
I got you.
Hook him up. She's the man unit specialist.
Shit.
You don't want to try to get one?
Talking about Pasadena Shine. So Pasadena Shine, we're going to talk about Pasadena Shine for a minute. You know what I'm saying? This nigga done had every hairstyle known to man. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? He done had the finger wave, the Jerry curl. You know what I'm saying? The European bob.
Okay.
The SpongeBob SquarePants.
We can bring it back.
You know what I'm saying? And it's crazy because,
Right, she can get
Pasadena
you right.
Shine, he
That's
barely cut it off. You know what I'm saying? Been getting that line up and looking like Kobe out here for a while. The cellophane, he wants the cellophane. You know what I'm saying?
Shadow fade.
Oh, you said shadow fade? Oh, I thought you said cellophane.
I kind of heard that too.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That nigga had the cellophane. He ain't had no shadow fade. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. We got some Hennessy over here for you, Swag. I was trying to not Swag, but Flawcee. I was trying to not to let other niggas drink it. You know what I'm saying? They was
Here you
getting
go. You can
mad at
have my
me.
cup.
You know what I'm saying?
There's
They
some
was-
ice right there
They
for
was
you.
getting mad at me. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Just go ahead and take it over there. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm sure Pasadena Sean want to indulge.
You know why we so late?
Why?
Because for some reason I was running late today, first day of school.
Uh-huh.
Call this nigga, he said we're gonna meet about 7:15.
Uh-huh.
So, I'm thinking 7:15.
Right.
Then I fall asleep, wake up.
Damn, man. Come on, Bo Key. Oh, man. Yeah, man. So, we sitting here talking to Osiris, right?
Yes.
About the man unit. She's back and forth from Vegas. She started with her uncle, and it ended her up here. Not ended, but landed her here. You know what I'm saying?
I did a class right next door.
Doing your thing. Yeah, that's how these guys met you. I didn't meet you until today.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It was very nice to meet you also.
Likewise. Thank you.
You know what I'm saying? For
Thank
sure. And you coming to grace the show because, people in the world need to know that men should have enough confidence, just like the women when they say, I got to get my hair done, because I hate saying this when I go get retwisted. People are like, what you about to do? The first thought in my mind is like, I'm about to get my hair done.
Right.
But when I text, I'll be like, oh, I'm about to go get twisted.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
But
let me throw this in
I'm
there
sorry.
real quick. Let me throw this in there real quick. I think that, and if there's women watching this show, hopefully there are, I wanted to say that if your dude's out here getting a hair unit, that means he can afford his hair and your hair.
yeah, definitely.
So,
That's right.
so if he got the money for that, he got the money for you. So don't be so quick to
pass that
pass
judgment.
that judgment of and pass that opportunity up, because if he wants to look good, then he's still gonna be okay with you looking good,
Yeah.
and he's gonna have a problem with that, And a lot of my guys, these are expensive services, All my guys pull up in Porsche, they pull up in Corvettes, they pull up in, you know what I mean? Like they pull up in their Rangers, and like these my guys have money, you
Yeah,
know?
definitely.
So if you're over here passing judgment, listen, that is the wrong judgment to pass on my guys, because my guys got money, you know?
Definitely.
That's right.
Man.
Yeah.
So, okay, I need to know a couple of things. I know you said your Instagram at the beginning, but I want to know your Instagram name. I want to know your shop in Vegas name. I want to know how to get in contact with you. You know what I'm saying? Can you let me know that?
Yeah, you can just basically just DM me at Barber Boss Lady on Instagram. I still haven't figured out the name of my studio. I've only had my studio for a couple months. Because I was working with a couple friends out of their studios. Finally got my own studio, and I've been like messing with the idea of maybe calling it what my old shop used to be called. My old shop used to be called Cranium Styles Barbershop.
Okay.
So
okay.
I kind of want to keep it because it's cranium head,
Cranium style.
Yeah.
So cranium styles, maybe,
Okay, I
hair
like
unit
that.
studio. But I'm still figuring that out. I want it to be something very, very catchy, something that's very mine. And I'm still, like, for me, a name is very important. So
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So for now, it's at Barber Boss Lady. I'm the hair unit artist. You can just DM me, and I always DM back. I'm very responsive, and I'm very responsible.
Definitely. Okay, and you're in Vegas.
You do basic haircuts too. You don't.
Yeah,
do,
I do basic haircuts
You don't just
too.
do the man units.
That's all I do, but I do basic haircuts. Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Yeah. Like I'll have some of my hair unit guys bring me their kids and bring me, their family members to do basic hair units. Their haircuts, I mean. Yeah.
'Cause I'm gonna be your uncle right now. You a barber.
I'm a barber.
You're a barber first.
Don't turn
Yeah.
down
You
no
know what I'm
work.
saying?
No, I know I don't turn out no work. No, I don't. But I'm just really busy with hair units in Vegas.
Yeah,
So
definitely.
yeah. Sometimes fitting in a haircut is like impossible,
Yeah.
because my units take me like an hour to 2 hours. So I'm like, my time is like back to back when I'm there,
So I can't get a haircut on Tuesday.
No, I don't work on Tuesdays. Friday, Saturday, Sunday in Vegas.
For sure. Most people, in Vegas, I have friends in Vegas, and they always posting like pool parties
All
and,
the time.
You know what I'm saying?
All the time.
Stuff like that.
It's just a normal, like
Yeah.
day to day over there. Yeah.
you were talking about like Vegas never closed during the pandemic,
it didn't.
right? So I don't think I went to Vegas. I think I was doing like Miami. They didn't close. I went to Atlanta. Atlanta didn't close.
Yeah, Atlanta did not close.
You know what I'm saying? They did not close,
Yeah,
and I did
and
not
that's the
catch COVID
yes.
while I was there.
Right.
Arizona didn't close either. I went to
Right.
Arizona during the pandemic. They didn't close. I didn't catch COVID. You know what I'm saying? But Arizona was super strict. Like, I couldn't even get up and, like, you know, music came on. We had the hookah. We had the bottles and all that. I couldn't get up and dance. It was like, no, you got to sit down. You know what I'm saying?
Spend your money, but you can't enjoy yourself.
I could spend my money, but I can't enjoy myself. So after that, I was like, oh, we got to try something else.
Right.
We went to Atlanta. Atlanta was off the hook. Like, I'm from Atlanta.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I'm
Okay.
originally from Atlanta. So I went down there. I seen my little sister. You know, shout out Angelina. You know what I'm saying? I'm coming back. You know, but went out there, saw her, went to TI. He got a museum, hip hop museum. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay.
And, you know, did some, you know, shopping and stuff like that. But they didn't close. Everybody was out. You know what I mean? Like, certain states closed. Like California was one of those states where you couldn't do nothing. You know what I'm saying? And they like, but you can go deliver this food, or, you know, the hospital is open.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
That was so weird.
It was so weird.
Like, you can cut hair outside.
Yeah.
When
Come on
outside was
now.
like, isn't that where we were going to catch it anyways? Like,
Yeah.
why wouldn't you do it inside and sanitize?
Yeah.
It just made no sense. It really
it made no sense.
That's what
Yeah.
I was doing.
Yeah, California made no
I was
sense.
cutting hair outside. I set up a tent and everything.
I
Yeah,
remember.
but it makes no sense though.
I
You
remember.
know?
But he had to follow the guidelines.
Right.
Because if they came in your shop and you was cutting hair in the shop,
Yeah,
they
I
would
know.
close your shop down.
I know.
Now you can't make no money.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, just following the guidelines about that. You know what I'm saying? Anything else you want to ask the young, beautiful lady, Osiris?
So you said you lost your shop. I'm trying to figure out how you lose your shop though in the pandemic, because I think I opened up my shop in 2018, right before the pandemic started.
Well, let me explain. Let me give you a little background.
She
my
was in
financial background.
She was in Santa Clarita.
So I was in Santa Clarita. I don't know if you guys know where that's, Six Flags.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
I had a shop there. My first shop ran for 10 years. And then in 2000, I was doing very well. You know, I was considered a good shop there. I have clientele. I had like, you know, a bunch of barbers in there. 2019, you know, I was doing really well.
Right.
So I was like, well, you know, I had a 7-bedroom house. And then I decided to buy a ranch, 3-acre ranch. That was going to turn into a wedding venue. That was going to be my next business venture. And then, you know, I had some money that I wanted to open a second shop, you know, because there was an opportunity in downtown Yall where there was a historic building that they were renting out. And the person that had it, downtown Yall is considered very historic, but they weren't allowing any more barbershops or salons because there was already too many. But that's where like a lot of the main, you know, like restaurants and entertainment happened down there. So a lady that was closing down her salon was selling it. And the only way to get another barbershop or another salon there was if you were already grandfathered in. So when she announced that she was selling, I jumped on the opportunity. And I said, I'll buy your shop. So I bought the shop. And I remodeled it, $200K to remodel the shop. I did the whole, it was white marble floors, beautiful shop. Like the mirrors were all custom made. Like I made that shop so beautiful. I wanted to be that elegant, like upscale, you know, type of shop.
You wanted to bring Melrose
I wanted to be, yes, that's exactly what I wanted. Beverly Hills and Santa Cruz. I wanted that kind of clientele. I wanted to attract that kind of clientele. I've always been very like, you know, I'm good enough for that kind of clientele. I want that kind of money. I want people to come and spend that kind of money on me, on my barbers in my shop. So when I opened my shop, I had opened a new shop. I bought a 3-acre ranch. I had a baby in 2019. My son was born in September 2019. So right. So I definitely spread myself real thin financially. Financially spread myself real thin, you know?
Right.
But I said, you know, in a year I'll make it back.
Yeah.
You know, once I renovate the
shop.
The shop, no, not the shop, the ranch.
Oh, okay.
Because I was gonna make a wedding venue because I was doing a lot of bachelor parties in my shop. I was doing a lot of weddings. I was like, you know, so I was like, you know what, this is great. Like I'm already in the wedding industry, so I should just do that. Like that was just like, cause I'm very like business minded. I'm like just like when I have money, I want to like reinvest it. So I bought a ranch.
Right.
I bought a 3-acre ranch. I wanted to make it into a wedding venue. So by the time pandemic rolled around a couple months later, you know, cause I opened my shop 2019, like September, October. I had my baby, and you know, bought the shop.
March rolled around.
And March rolled around, and they shut us down.
Man.
And I had a mortgage, 2 mortgages. I had 2 leases. You know, I had a baby, my children, you know, and so I had to figure out what I was going to get rid of. Was I going to get rid of my new business? What was I going to do? Like my account was like $25K a month,
right?
You know, in overhead.
Yeah.
So everything that I saved for 10 years, I had a savings account. Everything I saved for 10 years, because I would put money aside, in 7 months was gone. You know, because the owners told me, you don't have to pay now because you're on pandemic, but once they reopen us and allow us to open business, you're gonna owe all that money back. So you're gonna have to back pay that money. And I'm like, I'm gonna have to pay $80K back. Like that's crazy.
Right.
You know, when you start calculating. And I was like, I'm not gonna do that. So I just kept paying my leases every month. You know, without being open, without my barbers, you know, paying me rent, or without having any income coming in, you know, because what am I gonna do? I can't charge my barbers if I can't let them work either, you know.
Right.
But my barbers were working; they were taking people in their homes, you know.
Right.
So they weren't losing out. But me as a business owner, I couldn't open because I didn't want to get shut down. I didn't want my licenses to get taken away. Santa Clarita is a very strict city,
strict, I'm sure.
Very strict city. You know, I didn't want my business license to be taken away. I didn't want to get shut down. But you know, little by little, like my money just started running out. You know, and I'm like, am I going to feed my kids? Am I going to keep the ranch? Am I going to keep the shops open? So I decided, you know what? I'm just going to shut down the shops. I was already disappointed in the way, you know, some of my staff, just kind of took clientele, didn't want to come back. Right. Stuff like that. I was just like, you guys, I'm ready to come, you know, we're ready to come back. And I like, oh, well, I'm kind of scared. I don't want to come back. And I'm like, I see you on Instagram taking clients. Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I know you're
Come do them over here.
I know you're in the garage cutting hair, you know, so.
Come get on this marble floor that I paid $200K for.
Right?
Yeah, for sure.
Right? So stuff like that, that kind of disappointment was like, okay, I'm just going to let go of my shops.
Yeah.
I'm going to let go of my shops. I'm going to keep my ranch. I'm going to keep my home, and I'll figure something else out. And then I started making phone calls to people that I knew, and I was like, all right, I'm going to go to Vegas and work. Yeah. So I went to Vegas and work. And, you know, now the whole hair unit, you know, that's where this is now. That's where I'm at now. And I'm very successful. In my own way, I'm very successful. Maybe I'm not a millionaire. Maybe I'm not making the same amount of money that I used to be making. You know, maybe I'm not, Osiris, a barbershop owner. And everywhere I go, everybody would know me, you know.
It's about network, not how much paper you have.
Right, and it's about who you know, not what you know, right?
Yeah, for sure.
It always is, right? So
and you define your own success.
And I define my own success. And I feel like I'm successful. Why? Because I don't have to work on the weekdays no more.
Yeah,
I don't got to go to work Monday through Sunday anymore. You know, I pick the days that I work, and I make the money that I need to make, and I'm comfortable. My kids get to see their mom every day. My kids get to get dropped off by, they don't have to carpool with someone else. They don't have to take the bus. They don't have to, I don't have to drop them off at daycare. I take care of my children, and then I get to go to work.
And they get them home cooked meals.
Yeah, and they get home cooked meals.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
She needs to hold a class.
She does hold classes.
She needs to hold class
So
for some of these young ladies.
Right.
Yeah, that is true.
It's true, because look, she has a hustler spirit.
Yeah, for sure.
Thanks.
Man, that is something that is very lacking with a lot of our women these days.
Yeah. Not even just women, man. People.
Just people too. People
you
too.
know?
And I honestly, the only reason why I get this all the time. Would you open up another shop? I've had people, investors like, hey, I'll invest in the shop if you run it. I said, no.
Yeah.
I'm not going back to babysitting men again. I'm not going back to like being disappointed. I'm not going back to giving my all to a bunch of people that don't care about your business the way you care about your business.
Right about that.
And now in this generation, especially,
I'm going through it right now.
I was gonna say, Swaggy babysitting grown men.
A lot of a lot of shop owners that I speak to have the same, the same opinion as me.
Yeah.
No, it's just a bunch of babysitting.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be 38 this year. I come from an era where we didn't have social media. It was all word of mouth, referral. You were a good barber from how many people talk good about you, how many people referred you, how many people brought people into your shop. Yeah. Not about not about how many followers and how many likes your pictures have. That's not the era I come from. I come from real work, walking on the street, getting recognized, asking for my information, and coming in. Hey man, I saw your taper. That was so fly. Like I had to ask him, and that's how your advertisements where you're walking people with your haircuts and your work on the street.
You're walking billboards.
Exactly. So I feel like now would I own a shop? No, I wouldn't.
Right.
Because these these new age barbers, these new, like TikTok barbers, they all want to be celebrity barbers off the pack. Like, you can't do that. You can't be a celebrity barber. You got to put 10 years on your belt.
That's right.
You can't do that. It's not going to happen. I want to work in a celebrity shop. Well, that's not realistic, and a lot of people have
3 heads a week.
Right. And their expectations are very realistic for us to meet.
Yeah, for sure.
As business owners, we cannot meet their expectations. These kids now have these expectations that are completely unrealistic, and their work doesn't match their reality.
Yeah.
They
They
their
want
work
the world
ethic.
handed to them.
Right. They have no work etiquette, no work ethic, and it's about the work you put behind the chair. The hours, the amount of time, and you being responsive and responsible with your clients. I've had barbers that I'd be like, your client's been sitting here for 20 minutes, bro. Where you at?
Right.
I'm on my way. When I switched over to, booth rent, because in the beginning I was doing percentage, a lot of my booth rent, right? And they weren't even coming in. I'm like, where you at? Like, we have a full house. We're like, well, I pay my rent, so I don't have to come in if I don't want to, Right. It was like the mentality.
That's looking bad on the shop.
And that doesn't look bad on them. It looks bad on me.
Yeah, exactly.
Because I'm promising a full staff shop, and now I don't have a full staff shop because these guys that pretend to be business owners, pretend to be entrepreneurs, are not showing up because, well, I pay my rent, so why do I have to be there when you want me to be there? Well, it's still a job. It's still work. You still have people expecting you to be here.
And you're going to make more money, stupid.
It just makes no sense. It just makes no sense how these new barbers conduct themselves. And I would never own a shop nowadays. It just would not work.
Definitely.
So I think that happened for a reason. Pandemic kind of opened my eyes to, what was coming, and I feel like now I've graduated from being a business owner to being my own owner.
Right.
I'm responsible for my own space, for my own clients. I still don't even do booking apps. I deal with my people directly.
Yeah,
I don't do booking apps.
You never tried Booksy?
I don't like it. I'm sorry. I don't like booking apps. I am very old school. I still write my things down, on paper and pen because it's the only way
It works
for
for
it to
you.
stick. It sticks in my brain that way.
If you write something down, you're going to remember it.
Right. Right.
You put it in the app. My phone might be on vibrate, and I don't see it. I had a 2 o'clock.
Listen, my 4-year-old might throw my phone in the toilet.
Yeah.
And you know what? Me and you are now fucked because now
Yeah.
I don't know when you're coming in, and I don't know who's coming in.
Yeah.
So I deal with my clientele directly. I DM me, and then once I get a comfortable level with you, then you can have my number. You can text.
Right.
And I'd like to do that because I don't like to wake up and not be able to control my own day.
Right.
Like my Booksy app. Yeah, I understand you can, manage your time and manage your hours or whatever, but it still seems like I have no control,
Right.
because something might malfunction and then I'm like, wait, shoot, did I just forget to block that day out?
Right.
Now I have a full list of people.
You're right, because I have Booksy and I don't even know when it doesn't even tell you when you have an appointment.
Right.
Like, people would show up and like, you have an appointment through Booksy? I'm like, I didn't even get a notification.
Right. Right. So
that just happened 2 days ago.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. And I can't do it. Technology does not work for me, for my millennial brain. I don't know what you want to call me, like whatever that is, but I rather deal with my clients directly.
Definitely.
Text me, call me. I'll write it down. I'll put it in my phone. I know when you're coming, and I'll see you when it's time, because that's just the way that I'm so used to working, So the new age ways don't work for me,
Man, I'm telling you.
just the way it is for me, at least. I know if people say you just gotta adjust and you just gotta get with the times. I'm like, I'm 38. It's kind of can't.
I'm stuck in my ways.
I'm stuck.
You know what I'm saying?
Can't teach an old dog new tricks, right? That's what they say, right?
About that.
You do classes, right?
Yes.
So when is your next class if someone wanted to join?
So basically, I can do a full class in Vegas. You can come in and you watch me work all day, and I bring in a model for you, and I'll allow you to do a model while I'm cutting hair, while I'm doing a unit, and so that way we can match technique.
Right.
You watch me work and I watch you work. You watch me work a couple of times, and then we get a model in the chair. We start working together. It's the way that I do it is very, very hands on.
Right.
You watch me for like 3-4 clients. I bring in a model, then we sit them down and you do the whole model yourself.
Okay.
And you watch me work when I'm doing my other client,
Right.
So that way you're watching the process as you're doing your own process. And I'm not just watching you over, your shoulder and telling you what's wrong. You're actually watching me work while you're implementing your own technique in the model. you know. Or also, like, if you're here, we can find a model, and then we'll work on the model, me and you.
Okay.
Yeah.
No
So
doubt.
there's a
So you
couple-
do a one-on-one or you do a class setting?
Yeah. So
Okay.
this was actually my first student class. I usually only teach barbers that have been in the industry for a long time, because you can't really do a hair unit if you're not very well versed in cutting hair.
Okay.
You know, you need to have the skill to blend.
So that was your first time doing the actual.
Doing a student class.
Okay.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
student class. Yeah, that was my first time, because I usually don't take students.
Right.
Yeah, I'll just tell you, come back in about a year when you're.
Definitely.
Yeah.
They start just starting to learn how to cut here.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
They can't do no man unit.
You can't do a man unit. Yeah.
I get that. You know what I'm saying? I always try to play like devil's advocate, right? So,
It's good exposure, though.
yeah. When your uncle was teaching you what he was teaching you, if somebody came in and was like, man units is going to be the new ish, would you had gravitated toward that, or
Yeah.
you would have been like, nah, that ain't going to be shit?
100%.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes, I would have.
For sure.
Yes, I would have.
Okay.
I definitely would.
So I'm saying that to say that you never know. It might be two people in that class that going to be like, hey, shit, that's my niche.
Yeah.
That's what I want to do.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It only takes really one to
Right.
be like, oh, man, that's what I want to do. Because you know how they say, long as one person get the information that I'm giving,
Right. Which
that's
that's
all it
why I
takes.
did it, because I thought it was good exposure to have a class full of students
Right.
to expose them to this technique,
Right.
this new service. But I'm gonna tell you why I would have jumped on that, because back in the day, the only people that were getting wigs and extensions were black girls.
Right.
Okay. My uncle, we had like a Mexican shop. It was nothing but, Latinas and Mexicans and Salvadorians coming in the shop, and they didn't even know about hair extensions,
Right.
And then my uncle and a lot of the other stylists were bringing that idea in the shop, like, hey, you guys can have long hair, just like the black girls have. That's not their hair, like stuff like that. And the
Yeah.
Latinos were like, no way, I'm not gonna put no fake hair in my head. And like, it was kind of like something we were like pushing on them, like, no, it's totally, it's you could do it too. Everybody can do it,
Yeah.
And so we jumped on the idea of offering hair extensions to, the Latina community, because it wasn't being done as much or at all, actually, at least for us, it was only the black girls doing it.
Right.
Only the black girls were getting weaves and extensions and stuff like that, So yes, if somebody would have been like, hey, this is a hair unit service, like this is for men, we would have totally jumped on it, because we wanted to be innovative. We wanted to, know the next best thing.
Definitely.
And it's funny that you kind of bring that to the forefront, because a lot of the people don't know we got it from Europeans.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, see, a lot of people don't know Europeans and white people were the first people getting hair extensions.
Oh, okay.
And that's where we got it from. So it's funny that you brought it to a different exposure as far as culturally.
Right.
Because it is something for everyone. But like you said, when you're not exposed to it,
Yeah.
it's not something you're going to be accustomed to.
Yeah, not something you're gonna
So,
accept just
exactly,
right away,
because
you know?
It's not something you're accustomed to. You're not used. You haven't seen anybody with it, and you don't understand the preference of it or how it all came about.
Right.
So you're just thinking it might pertain to just one particular, cultural aspect or group.
Right.
Just because that's the people who normally have it.
Exactly.
But if you really know, like all these news broadcasters and all that, they all got hair extensions.
Right, everybody
A lot
does.
of them people are
Right.
putting the clips in now.
Yeah,
They
yeah,
got the
exactly,
clips.
exactly.
They've been putting the clips in for a long time. Because my mom, when she used to do hair, she, you were saying that, at that shop, they mostly thought most of black girls do it. Well, my mom worked at an Armenian shop, and she did weaves on Armenians and Caucasians before she even did one on a black girl.
Really?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Very
so,
cool.
It's just like different places, is different. You know what I mean? But yeah, everybody getting them now.
Right.
So that's what we hoping that, men do.
Yes,
you know
that's what I'm
saying?
hoping. I'm
Yeah.
hoping this to become very mainstream, very acceptable, and
Yeah.
I hope that you guys, accept your dudes with, with your
we
friends
gon-
and stuff.
We're
with
going
the
to
hair
talk
unit.
shit, but we're going to accept it for sure. You know what I'm saying? Because, when, oh boy, he took his off, right? We was like, man, why you do that? You know what I'm saying? Like,
know.
bruh.
Took it off. How long after did he take it off? I want to know.
I don't even know. I
The
haven't,
very next day.
I haven't seen
You
him
guys
since.
are clowning him. You guys are being mean.
I haven't seen him
I
since.
wasn't being mean. I thought it was cool. I was
I did
disappointed that
too.
he took it off.
Right.
I was like,
Like,
bruh.
why'd you do that,
like,
bro?
bruh.
All that work she did,
Yeah.
I said she did a great job on you. Why would you take it off the next day?
Yeah.
I'm like, you tripping.
Man, he's shit until 2 years ago, a year ago. Yeah, you know. But you know, I know we need to go and go eat some food for my boy birthday. Anything else you wanna
Oh no, I just want to say thank
know?
you guys for having me today. That was really nice
thanks
of
for
you guys
coming.
for welcoming me here. Yeah, absolutely.
And you were real, like, I don't want to say, let's say,
I was very nervous, by the way.
that's what I was gonna say. Like, you didn't seem nervous because
very
you know
nervous.
you talking about stuff that you're real passionate about. So you know that came across like real passionate. Everything you were saying
I'm very
from the way you
passionate about my
started.
job.
Yeah,
Yeah.
from the way you started and where you ended up. Because you know a lot of people want that instant success.
No,
You know what I'm
it's not gonna
saying?
happen.
And it don't happen. It happened to some people, but don't look at that as the normal.
Right.
Like most people work hard. I don't care if they're a millionaire, gazillionaire.
right.
Them people work hard for
Right.
whatever they got. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Right.
Well, people you want to say, oh, don't work hard, work smart, but you can't work smart unless you worked hard first,
Facts.
right?
Facts.
It's just not.
Yeah,
That's
right,
you can't do that.
Facts.
Right.
Yep.
Facts.
Yeah. Now I work very smart, you know, and I do these services that take me, you know, very little time, but it took a lot of hard work to get there. You know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
It was.
you gave me a lot to think about. I learned some
Good.
things from
Okay,
you today.
good, good.
So I
I'm
appreciate
glad.
it.
I'm glad I can give something back.
Especially as being a business owner as myself, you know, I got a lot to think about.
Yeah, listen, you know, don't beat yourself up.
I'm not
Seriously.
I'm tired of babysitting these barbers around here.
Trust me.
They need to
Trust
step
me.
up.
It's not just you. It's not just you. We've all been through it. We're all going through it, and it's not honestly. It's don't beat yourself up. You know, you can all you can do is be the best you can be. You know, and they're gonna be the best they can be, and if that's the best they can be, then that's not on you.
Yeah.
You know.
Everybody, you know, they quick to say, "Oh, I'm an independent contractor."
Yeah.
Yeah, you're an independent contractor, but you still gotta answer to somebody. You still
Exactly.
gotta come to work.
Exactly.
And make some money.
Exactly.
'Cause
This is the thing. You
Rent
want
gotta be paid.
rent got to be paid. The lights got to stay on, you know, and that's not going to happen if you don't show up, you know,
Yeah,
regardless.
exactly.
Exactly.
Definitely.
But everybody wants to say that they're one thing before we close off the shop. I mean, the show. Everybody wants to say, oh, I'm a business owner. You know, there's all these chiefs and no Indians, right?
Mm-hmm.
But do you know what it takes to open a shop? Do you know the permits that it takes to open a shop? Do you know the licenses that you need to take, you know, to open a shop? Do you know what you need to deal with State Board to open up a shop? You know,
Right.
They
do
don't
you
know
know what
that.
you know the fees that you got to pay? You know, to keep
Most of them don't know
they
that.
don't know none of that. They think just because they put a little Booksy app and then they're posting on Instagram, which is a free app anyways. They think that they're
Yeah.
doing so much, but no, we're doing the real work. You know, we're behind
Right.
closed doors. We're trying to figure out how we're gonna pay these bills. You know, we're trying to figure out how we're gonna renew our licenses. You know, we got IRS to answer to every year that takes all our freaking money that we make. You know,
Right,
because
exactly.
we're not a W-2 job. You know,
Right.
but they don't see none of that. They really don't see any of that. They don't see that money that comes in and it comes right back out.
Right.
You know, just
Absolutely.
to keep a shop afloat. You know,
Yeah. Yep.
so as
Just
a
to
business
be a
owner,
staple in the community.
you know, yeah.
You know
They
what I'm
don't know that.
saying?
They don't
Yeah.
know that, and they don't
Yeah.
see that, and they're not gonna know that because we make it super fucking comfortable for them
Yeah.
to just
Definitely.
walk in here and do their thing. You know,
Yeah.
But-
I wish they were here so they can hear it. They're not here right
hopefully
now.
they watch it then. You know,
Yeah.
don't edit this part out.
No, we definitely won't. We definitely won't. We keep most of the stuff that, we talk about, whether people love it or they hate it. You know what I'm saying? That's what we do over here at New Wave Shop Talk, man. So that was Osiris, you know what I'm saying? Lovely guest, had a wealth full of knowledge about the industry, been in the industry over 20 years, you know what I'm saying? And start with 37, 38, that's 24 years almost.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Doing hair, so, man, we love that. You got any last words, Swaggy?
I want to say thank you, Osiris, for coming up and be on the show.
Absolutely. Thank you for
we know
having
you got
me.
a busy schedule, so we appreciate you coming and be on the show.
Thank you for having me,
When I first
and thank
saw
you for being patient with me.
Oh yeah. Because I've been trying to get you on here for the last couple of weeks. But
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you for being patient.
Definitely.
Absolutely. I try to be responsible too and let you know ahead of time,
You did.
Yeah.
You did.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't like to spring nothing up and just like right before I'm supposed to be here, like my mom she wasn't feeling well the first time I was supposed to be here. Like I arrived at 5 and I'm like, Mom, dropping. She's like, baby, I don't feel good. I'm like, oh man, you know, my mom's older, you know, and she had, you
Mine
know,
too. Yeah.
so, you know, I had to, you know, not be able to be here that day. And then I was in Vegas and then I messed up my shoulder, couldn't drive back.
Right.
You know, I had to go see a chiropractor and I couldn't see a chiropractor till the afternoon. You know, they didn't have no spots for me. And I was like, I'm so sorry I can't be here, you know, but I try to be responsible and I try to be responsible. That's like that's one of my 2 rules, responsible and responsive.
Well, you know, you right on time. You know what I'm saying? You know, everything happens for a reason. You know, maybe the conversation wouldn't have went the way that you thought it was going to go. You know what I'm saying?
It was great. Thank you.
You came across, you know, super dope today. Very
you.
Informative. You know, I think that, you know, people that were thinking about getting man units, I think they opened their eyes like, you know what, I think I'm going to do it. And,
Let's do it,
you know,
guys.
if they got to go to Vegas, you know,
let's
you
do
know
it,
where to hit
guys.
her up. You know what I'm saying? And Barbara is my auntie's name, my favorite auntie in the world. You know what I'm saying? So,
What's her name?
Her name's Barbara.
Barbara.
Yeah,
Barbara.
you know what I'm saying? Barbara. You know what I'm saying? Barbara. You know what I'm saying? My last words, man, is just do you, man. And man, make the best out of your situation. Right. And where you start is not where you're gonna finish. You know what I'm saying? And always, man, be better than you was yesterday, man. This is New Wave Shop Talk, episode 151, like some rum, and we out of this motherfucker. Happy birthday to Flawcee B. You know what I'm saying? Happy birthday. You know what I'm saying? Also, it's Mark's birthday.
Happy birthday,
so you know
Mark.
what I'm saying? We're gonna try to get over the Shoguns.
Leo?
You know what I'm saying?
Leo season.
That's what y'all niggas is?
Leo's.
I don't know the signs.
Leo.
You know what I'm saying? I just
My
know
boy
I'm an Aquarius, the best one. You know what I'm saying? What?
Oh,
That's
yeah,
another light-skinned nigga? You know what I'm saying? And Swaggy birthday was lit. You know what I'm saying? We went up. But that's it, man. We out of this motherfucker, man.
You're now tuned in to the number 1 podcast. I give you New Wave Shop Talk, Shop Talk, Shop Talk.